Hello, everyone. I wanted to get back into doing our next 72 hour readings. Of course, those of you that have been following my channel for a long time, know that I, took a hiatus when I was traveling Europe because it got too overwhelming to try and do readings, while I was in Europe. And, so I kind of fell off, and then I've been doing, a little bit different readings since I got back, but I really wanted to bring back, I was looking through my stuff and I wanted to bring back the next 72 hour readings. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to start those back up on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for you guys. So with this being Wednesday, of course, I'm doing it today. So we're using the Light Seers deck, and what we've got here for the next 72 hours is we've got the Five of Wands clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Star, with the Page of Cups clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Four of Swords. Now, I also take these, like up and down. I read these in all different connections to see what the energy is. Now, this is telling me that there's something that we may be in the next 72 hours, there might be something that we're putting our effort and energy into that we would like to bring into our life. So if there's kind of a wish or a dream or a hope or something that you're looking forward to, let me put it that way. If there's something that there might be something that you're looking forward to or wanting to do. Maybe you're wanting to go out. Maybe you're thinking about buying a house or a car, or making a big purchase. You're going to be starting to save money toward that, or you're going to start going out and looking for houses, looking for cars, something to that effect. But you're also going to be aware that there is going to be some effort and some challenges around doing that, especially if it's a bigger purchase. It can be something else in your life. That was just one example. It can be, it can talk about, maybe there's a certain type of job that you're wanting to do, and so you're going back to school to invest the time and effort into learning a new profession, or it's something to that effect. It's something like a dream or a wish or a hope or something that you maybe want that you're actually going to work toward. Okay, so that's what's in the energy right now. It's like there's this thing that we see. There's this thing that we see in that we want, and we're willing to put in the work, put in the effort and the hard work, even if there's a little bit of challenge around doing this. We see it as something we want, so we're going to go after it, and we're going to do the hard work to get there. We're going to invest our time, effort, and energy to do it. Now, here comes the rub. Okay, here comes the rub. The rub on all this is it may require shifting something, a way of thinking within you to obtain this wish, this desire, this thing. And I like that you're willing to put in the work, or we're willing to put into work toward it, but we may get distracted with the Seven of Cups here. We may get distracted because I'm getting a little bit of distraction and possibly laziness is coming through. Like it may be hard to keep the momentum. And I think that came up in another reading I did recently, like the current energy, and I don't remember what day that was. I'll see if I can find that, and I'll link it up, up above in where you can, it'll be right around here when you'll find a link if I find that video where it was talking about that, where something may not be sustainable. We have this real strong drive to put the effort and energy into it, but something might shift along the way, because we have, it's kind of telling me that even though our heart is open to it, even though we do want to put this effort and energy into it, we do have this desire for it, that our our heart space is open to it. There could be something that comes in where, sometimes, what happens is along the way, especially if it's something that takes a lot of effort to bring into our life, like buying a house or buying a car or going back to school and getting a degree, or something that doesn't happen overnight sometimes, then along the way we can shift our priorities, or we can shift like something else. We get these other options, and we might get distracted by something else along the way of that we feel like might be better in the moment, and we lose track or lose sight of the goal. Okay, can I put it that way? And it's just saying with the Four of Swords here that could be something within you that may need to be addressed, may need to be looked at. If you're somebody that has a hard time staying focused and keeping your eye on the prize, so to speak, that's something that you might want to think about. How can you heal that? How can you heal that aspect within you? If it's and I know that there's a lot of people out there that, especially now, I'm seeing, and not to discount anyone, but I'm seeing, lots of people coming out, I'm neurodivergent, I'm on the scale, I have ADHD, and I believe that all of us to some degree have different challenges that we face in life. We all have, I mean, that's part of what makes us unique and makes us who we are. But are we using that as a crutch to label ourselves and use it as a vice or a crutch to keep ourselves from the success or from the things that we want in our life? Are we using that as something to blame for why we are the way we are, why we're not achieving what we want in our life? It's a very easy thing to get into. And we have to be very careful with that we, how we talk to ourselves, what we buy into, what we believe, because then we use that as a scapegoat to keep us from attaining. We use that as an excuse, another excuse of why we can't get what we want in this life. So it's almost like we can talk ourselves out of, oh, well, I have this X, Y, or Z, and that's why it's hard for me to do this. When really it's the belief that you can't do it that needs to be healed. With the belief within you that believes that you can't do it. Because I've seen, you can go, there's lots of examples out there of people, and I know this is a hard truth. I can come off very brash. I know I can come off sometimes as not completely the most compassionate person. I have a lot of fire in my chart. But we can self-sabotage ourselves in that way. We tend as humans to find ways to make excuses for things, or wanting to shift blame when why something isn't working in our life, when really it comes down to us. Something isn't working in our life because of us. And but what I was saying, and I got off track there, is that you can go out on the internet and probably find examples of many different people with all kinds of handicaps and disabilities that have achieved great things in their life. I mean, look at Hawking's, Stephen Hawking's. I mean, you can overcome those to achieve the things that you want in your life. They do not have to be a hindrance and hold you back. Yes, it may make things a little more challenging for you to do, but being aware that you have those challenges is a great thing, because through that awareness and knowledge that you have those, then you can use that to say, I have to do things a different way than somebody else may have to do it, because I have this awareness that this is going to be something that is, maybe a hurdle or a challenge that I have to circumvent or overcome, to still get to the star. So it's like, how badly do you want the star? How badly do you want that prize, that thing that you're wishing and desiring? Are you going to talk yourself out of it and find excuses or find ways to keep yourself from it? Or are you going to continue to stay the course and stay the path, despite any challenges that might be there. And this is what it really is coming down to, like I said, of keeping yourself on the path and not letting yourself get distracted or not giving yourself excuses, because this person can see it's very obvious, what the choice needs to be. Even though this person seems confused and they don't know what to pick, it's very obvious which one is the right one, and so we know a lot of times in our life what is the right path. We know what we should do. We know what we should pick, but we let ourselves get distracted, or make up excuses or for why we can't have that or why we can't go down that path. So that's just something to keep in mind. That's what the universe wanted to put out there at this time for the next 72 hours, that there may be something that you're really desiring in your life, but there may be something within you that is holding you back from getting it, okay, from attaining that. So be aware of that. It's more just, this is always just an awareness to bring your mind to think about things, to think about this, that there may be something within you that could distract you from your goal, okay? That's all you need to be aware of. Is there something that may, in the next 72 hours, that might come up that may be shinier, that may distract you in some way. And this is talking about perseverance wins the race, so to speak. Perseverance is what's going to achieve the prize, through continual labor and hard work and effort, and persevering. Five of Wands can be, trying to overcome the challenges to obtain what it is that we desire. It may come as a result of needing something to be healed within you. Okay, so just understand that's the advice for the next 72 hours. I hope that helps you in some way. I wish you the very best. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my lovely friends.